Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Seattle Seahawks. They kicked off their season with a nice victory against the Minnesota Vikings, 24-13. Now, while we saw a majority of second stringers, a lot of rookies, they played well, man. This Seattle Seahawks team is so fascinating because they weren't projected to go 9-8 this past season. They were projected to be a 4 or 5 win team. They end up winning 9 football games. They had another phenomenal draft class, and they made the playoffs. And they were actually beating their NFC West rival in the San Francisco 49ers at halftime. And unfortunately, they didn't get the job done, lost in the wild card round. But if you guys have been watching this channel all summer, you know my thoughts. I am positive Seattle is going to be the best team in the NFC West this upcoming season. Now, with their preseason opener, and keep in mind, in preseason in general, we're gonna keep a very open mind. We're gonna take it all with a grain of salt. We're gonna just keep it a buck here. Don't overreact. Don't underreact. You know, don't get ahead of yourself. Whatever you want to do in preseason is up to you. But like, you don't want to jump the gun, right? The thing with Seattle is they've already exceeded expectations. This past season for the Seattle Seahawks, like we said, they were not projected to go 9-8. Geno Smith was not supposed to win Comeback Player of the Year. So many of their young draft picks ended up making huge impacts in their rookie season. Seattle once again had a phenomenal draft. They had a phenomenal offseason in general, specifically on the defensive side of things. And we're going to talk about their preseason debut in today's video. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Seahawks fans, you guys bless every video I post, you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. We're late night here, Sunday night, or technically it's Monday morning, 12:20 a.m. If you could try and get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So with this Seattle Seahawks team, I'm mainly looking in preseason, at rookie contribution or just young players entering year 2, entering year 3, you know, borderline roster guys. We're looking for that type of thing. You know, preseason isn't necessarily big picture type of stuff, right? For example, Drew Lock started the game. You know, Drew Lock, 17-24, he threw 191 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have an unfortunate interception, but for the most part, Drew Lock was one of the bright spots for the Seattle Seahawks offense just because, you know, this is a player technically you traded for, right? And, you know, the expectations for Drew Lock coming into the NFL, it's not like they were extremely high, but they were not low. Like 2019, he was selected at pick number 42. That's middle of the second round, early middle of the second round in the 2019 draft. He's 26 years old. You know, it's just really good to see Drew Lock put together a beautiful a really good preseason football game. You never know. You know, backup quarterbacks are important, but Drew Lock getting the start, no Geno Smith in the Seahawks' first preseason game. Like I said, I'm mainly looking at their rookie players. So when we take a look on the offensive side of things, I look at a guy like Zach Charbonnet that I think is going to have a huge impact in his rookie season on the Seattle Seahawks. Preseason games, I don't necessarily think they're a big indicator on how, especially like a rookie's first preseason game, I don't think that's a genuine indicator of how their NFL career is going to go. For example, you know, Peyton Manning lost to Ryan Leaf in preseason in his rookie year. What was it, 30-3 or 33-3? It was an absolute blowout. Jamar Chase dropped 4 of his 5 attempts in his rookie season, and he's already established himself as a star wide receiver in this league. So, you know, we want to take everything in preseason with a grain of salt, but I feel like that goes without saying. Zach Charbonnet, though, in his live snap NFL debut, preseason debut, 4 rushes for 14 yards. He did have a great run for 9 yards, but we also saw his ability to catch the ball, which is something we've talked time and time again on this channel. You have Kenneth Walker, who had a phenomenal, such a slept-on rookie season, even though he was in Rookie of the Year conversations. Kenneth Walker III had such a sleepy, talented, immediate impact as RB1 in his rookie season that I actually think has been severely underestimated. But we take a look at the Seattle Seahawks running back room, I mean, it's completely loaded. It's absolutely loaded. New additions, Zach Charbonnet, Kenny McIntosh, but you also have DJ Dallas. Zach Charbonnet at UCLA had a phenomenal collegiate career, and we saw some flashes of it in his preseason debut. He caught 2 catches for 14 yards, a long of 8, and like I said, the 4 rushes for 14 yards with a long of 9. Then finally, offensive rookie-wise, we take a look at the receiving room, okay? Jake Bobo, 3 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown. Jake Bobo in training camp, he's a rookie out of UCLA. Jake Bobo, undrafted, has pretty much not secured a roster spot, but he has risen, or I guess the proper vocabulary would be, he's really quickly rose up the Seattle Seahawks wide receiver depth chart. It doesn't end just there. So Jake Bobo had a great preseason debut, 3 catches, 55 yards, and that touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, who we've talked time and time again, 3 catches, 25 yards, he had a long of 15. It's just great to see JSN out there, live reps in a Seattle Seahawks uniform, playing live snaps for the Seattle Seahawks. Like, he's going to have a huge impact on this team in his rookie season, just like Zach Charbonnet. I honestly wouldn't be surprised with Kenny McIntosh, although we didn't see him in the preseason debut. Defensively, I want to talk about 3 players: Devin Bush, Kobe Bryant, and Jarek Reed. They weren't necessarily the 3 best players on the Seattle Seahawks defense, but they were 3 of the best Seattle Seahawks defensive players. Devin Bush, new linebacker coming over from Pittsburgh. He had 6 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Kobe Bryant, 5 total tackles, 4 of those were solo. Jarek Reed, new addition, draft pick, late round draft pick. He had a tackle for loss. He had a pass deflection, 5 total tackles for him. It was just a good day for the Seattle Seahawks defense. I felt like they looked hungry. They looked like they wanted to hit people. They only gave up 13 total points. They only gave up 1 touchdown. I think altogether defensively, I saw everything that I wanted to see. So, keep in mind, a lot of starters did not play, so we got to keep expectations in check. We have to keep expectations in check in preseason football in general. But at the end of the day, offensively and defensively, I saw more than what I wanted or needed to see for this Seahawks team. We've talked about it, like I said, time and time again. I'm fully convinced the Seattle Seahawks will win 10-plus football games this upcoming season. I really think this team's going to win the NFC West. Now, keep in mind, it is the first preseason game, so we want to keep expectations in check. We want to keep, everything more low-key, but nonetheless, for a preseason football game, I saw more than what I needed to see, considering, or rather, all things considered. So that's it for tonight's video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. I do post a bunch of Seahawks videos every single week. I appreciate you guys so much. So hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already. But more importantly, give me a grade on the Seattle Seahawks first preseason game down below in the comment section. Peace.